I explored the Amazon rainforest for 100 hours. This is what I learned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing travel experiences. The Amazon rainforest, one of the most biodiverse places on the planet, home to over 10% of all known animal and plant species. It's an extraordinary ecosystem that has captivated explorers and scientists for centuries. But did you know that the Amazon covers more than just Brazil? In fact, it spans across 9 different South American countries. So when my girlfriend booked us a trip to Ecuador to celebrate our 2-year anniversary, I jumped at the chance to explore this iconic rainforest for myself. Now, 100 hours is not long to get to know such a vast and complex ecosystem. But in my time there, I was able to experience some of the incredible things that the Amazon has to offer. Here's what I learned. There are 2 very distinct parts to this rainforest. The first being the humid tropical rainforest with tall trees, year-round rainfall, and diverse wildlife. And then further south, you have the dry tropical forest, which is characterized by shorter trees and less rainfall. Now, this was important for me to know because although we were visiting the southern part of Ecuador, near the Peru border, we would be experiencing the wet forest, something that I didn't realize until we got there. So what actually constitutes a rainforest? Well, it's pretty simple. All you need is high levels of rainfall, hot temperatures, and lots of trees. It's estimated that the Amazon receives between 2 to 3 meters of rain each year. That's like having a swimming pool full of water dumped onto your head every single year. Talk about a downpour. As for temperatures, they stay consistently hot and humid throughout the year. Now, I love a good heat wave as much as the next guy, but after a while it can be pretty exhausting. Temperatures here rarely dip below 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit, which might sound like paradise for some, but trust me, it can get pretty steamy. Add to that the humidity, and you have a recipe for some serious sweating. And let's be real, who wants to spend their vacation drenched in sweat?
This guy.
I have to admit I was a bit apprehensive about venturing into the Amazon rainforest. You see, I'm more of a city slicker than an outdoorsy type. But once I arrived, I realized that there's so much more to this ecosystem than meets the eye. Sure, there are plenty of trees, but also home to a plethora of animals, both big and small. From monkeys and macaws to butterflies and beetles, the Amazon is truly a sight to behold. And even though I didn't spot any jaguars or anacondas, the variety of life here is truly breathtaking. Speaking of breathtaking, the Amazon is also home to some stunning views. Who knew that rainforests could be so picturesque? Seriously, the lush greenery and towering trees create a sense of awe and wonder that is hard to put into words. Just imagine standing in the middle of this ecosystem surrounded by the sounds of birds and insects, and you start to understand why people travel from all over the world to experience it for themselves. It's a humbling experience that puts you in perspective, reminding you of the beauty and fragility of nature. Now, I'll be the first to admit that navigating the Amazon was a bit of a challenge. Getting around this vast ecosystem can be tricky, especially if you don't know the area well. Luckily, we had the help of local guides who knew the jungle like the back of their hands. They led us through the thick undergrowth, pointed out hidden animals, and helped us navigate the muddy terrain.
Ow.
But even with their expertise, I still came away with a newfound respect for those who dare to venture into the Amazon without a guide. Let me tell you, it's no easy feat. Just think about it. You're surrounded by tall trees everywhere around you, all looking pretty much the same.
Nice.
Without a guide, it's easy to get lost, and who knows what might happen next. Just ask some of the unlucky tourists who stumbled upon biting ants or venomous snakes. It's enough to make anyone's heart race. But despite the challenges, I wouldn't trade the experience for the world. The thrill of exploring the unknown and discovering new things is simply unmatched. Plus, getting lost in the Amazon is only half as bad as getting lost in IKEA, and you don't want to get lost in IKEA. I thought that the Amazon rainforest was just going to be one big, long hike through the trees. Boy, was I wrong. There's so much more to do in this ecosystem than just walking. For starters, we went on a night walk where we saw all sorts of nocturnal animals that would have been impossible to spot during the day. We also went canoeing down the river, which gave us a unique perspective on the rainforest. And let me tell you, it's a whole different world when you're on the water. The trees seem to close in around you, and the sounds of the jungle are amplified. It's a truly immersive experience that really makes you feel like you're in the heart of the rainforest. We also took a trip on a rope cart where we soared above the treetops and got a bird's eye view of the rainforest. It was exhilarating to say the least. But the best part was spotting a sloth hanging in a tree. Seriously, sloths are like the laziest animals I've ever seen, and they're just so darn cute. One of the most memorable experiences I had in the Amazon was spotting a pink river dolphin. Now, these dolphins are not only adorable, but also incredibly elusive, making them a rare sight to behold. Imagine my surprise when I saw one leaping out of the water right in front of us. It was like something out of a dream. These dolphins are known for their intelligence and playfulness, and we were lucky enough to see a pod of them swimming and socializing in the wild. It was truly a magical moment that I will never forget. The Amazon is full of surprises, and one of the most surprising things I learned is that there is actually a giant hole in it. No, I'm not kidding. It's called the Bolivia Breach, and it's a massive deforestation site that's over 200 kilometers wide. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. It's just so hard to fathom that someone could have such a destructive impact on the environment. It's a stark reminder of the threats facing the Amazon, and it's a sobering sight that I woe and soon forget. But the Amazon isn't just about what you see. The sounds of the rainforest are just as impressive. From the cacophony of birds to the buzzing of insects, the noise level in the jungle is constant and deafening. I found myself constantly on edge, listening intently for anything out of the ordinary. One wrong move, and I could have easily disturbed a sleeping snake or a colony of biting ants. Let's just say I was not eager to test my luck. It's safe to say that the Amazon is not for the faint of heart. Navigating the rainforest was definitely a challenge, but it was also an adventure that I will never forget. Who needs a comfortable vacation anyway? Right? Despite its challenges, I left the Amazon feeling inspired and grateful for the opportunity to experience such a unique ecosystem. And here's the best part. The Amazon is not just a place to visit, it's a place to protect. So if you're lucky enough to experience the Amazon rainforest, remember to leave only footprints and take only memories. Let's work together to keep this precious ecosystem thriving for generations to come. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.